Day 26 of the Karen Reed trial. Welcome to Inner Sanctum. I am going to talk about day 25 and 26. Today is June the 3rd of 2025. It's Tuesday. And just when I think Hank can't get any worse, well, he certainly does. And for the last 2 days, we have been seeing the shenanigans, and especially welcome everyone. I am Lady Zelda Kelly with Seeing Crime, and we've definitely been doing that. And I'm going to tell you there's been so much happening. I'm going to save a lot of it for my live, which keep checking. I may go live Wednesday night. That's June 4th at 7 p.m. I'll have to see. And we are on a half day, so that will help my schedule so I can go live. But we'll see what's going on. But right now, what I want to do is collectively take a breath together. Because I'm to the point now, my darlings, not letting my head pop off. I'm keeping my head attached and in very good form so I can think myself way through this. And I suggest that you do the same. Let's get it together. Let's send the energy up there for Karen because she's going to need it, her and her defense team. So this reading is going to be a combination of day 25, which was yesterday, day 26, which was today. I have 3 decks of cards out here. And hello, we have more. So we're going to start with this. And we're going to see exactly where this takes us, okay? This is a small mini tarot, and I got the mini ones so we can keep them in frame. This is the small House of Zelda cards, which, by the way, are now in the shop, and international shipping, case by case, but email support. We'll see what we can do. And then there is the Kipper. So I want to take, let's take a couple of the Kippers first. What do you see in the cloth? Wouldn't surprise me if you saw the pits of you-know-where. What? See, I can't talk. The pits of you-know-where. And I can tell you what, my sit-down demon card and button feels like it's been wearing out. All right, here we are. The witnesses for the defense, I believe, would do a lot better. But there's a lot of shenanigans going on and a lot of motions, sustaining this by Hank. So, you know, we have to keep it together for Karen's sake. All right, so let's pick a card. What card what do we need to know right now about the last 2 days? How are we doing? What's the latest? Where do we go from here? Any information we can get, please give it to us. All right. Ooh. Okay, here we are. First card. Child. All right. Great fortune. Expectation. That's Shaggy Noodle. He's expecting to meow. Well, let's get some more of these. Occupation. Okay. So we're going to be talking a change of occupation coming, something not unexpected, something expected. All right, so we're going to lay this down. We're going to put together the storyboard, my darlings. Gonna put together the storyboards. Now, keep in mind, I am not a lawyer. I'm not law enforcement. I'm not going to give you any legal advice. This is my opinion on what is going on in the court in Dedham, Massachusetts. We're going to see what's going on. All right. Now I'm using this because it is a combination of a Cartomancy. Now that is Petey. He's a little upset. He wants in my son's room. And the answer is no. Cartomancy deck. Okay, the Jack. And that's amazing to me because this Jack can be an immature person. We've got the child here. I'm wondering if that represents Kelly Devers, pardon me, Devers. I hope she's watching. And great fortune, you know, there's been some questions about her pay, but look carefully when you start calculating that. Okay, do the calculations correctly. But what else do we have here? A plan. The aces are timing, wealth, and abundance. Oops, pardon me, that's... You don't read these cards reversed, I'm sorry. Justice is coming. That's good. Does that mean the Justice Department? Okay, there's a loss next to change. Let's see what comes out with that. Wisdom is needed. A childlike new beginning. Okay, we're going to put these to the side. A childlike new beginning. We have 3 aces on the boards, my darling. This is a spring timing card. This is summer, and this is fall. But I think it's the fall before because it lands over here. To my left, I always think is the previous year. Perhaps, maybe. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. But the immaturity of this child, because Miss Petty, Kelly acted, in my opinion, acted very immaturely, we'll talk about that. The loss, the change, the loss. Justice is coming. I believe there's some loss as far as the jury is concerned. Some of these things I have to really pay attention to because, you know, they can really go over your head. Technical, medical, all these things. My brain would be on overload if I was sitting there watching the 3-ringed circle and circus in action. All right, so let's see. That hit my thumb. We're just going to put it back in. And listen to the energy that Mr. has. Noodle. Hey. Oh my goodness. So sorry, my darlings. Welcome to the House of Zelda. Okay. Now that goes along with this plan. Oh, 2 came out. Okay. Okay. This goes with the Ace of Spades. This is the Ace of Cups. This is the winning card. Now that's very interesting because there's a certain expectation for both sides, but occupation, justice is coming. And change. Okay. Okay, I think I know where this is taking us. Okay. Okie dokie, okie dokie. All right. All right. Let me do this so far so I don't get my train of thought does not derail. All right. This sets the entire motion of the reading. This is the 3 of Pentacles, and while 3 is very good because it gives us, see, we can go a little deeper. We're in the sign of Gemini. We're in the season of Gemini right now. Gemini, which is the Lover's card, I believe is the third card in the tarot deck. And that is actually very good because it's overcoming mountains. So, okay, I'm thinking through this, my darlings. We're in the season of Gemini. So this is telling us this season, right now, building this foundation for the defense is very important, and they are winning at it. Now, you see this right here. This is called a builder's maul. It helps to tap things into place when you're laying a brick foundation or a block foundation. Any builder will tell you you need an instrument or something to help to make that brick or block level, because if you don't do that, you're going to have the Tower card because you're not building on a very good foundation. So this is telling me to be patient, because you see these two people right here? Think of him as a builder. Well, I guess that's because he is. He's got his little arm up. He's demonstrating, talking. These two people are looking at him, getting advice. She has something that she's showing him, perhaps a plan. This is a collaboration. This is working together. This is covering all sides, not both sides. Both sides are 2. All sides would be 3. So covering, and that's in the tarot now. I'm saying that. So we're building the foundation on this. Now, it's amazing that this card comes out, and we have the Lost card. This 10 of Spades, my darling, is not a good card. That's not a good card for the defense. And I think, I'm sorry, for the prosecution. Wow. Oh, don't fall out. For the prosecution, because I'm asking about the jury, how they're feeling. And the Lost card comes out, and I think as of late last week, they were really thinking, I don't know about this. This could be really something. And then we really started getting into the defense case in chief. And I think now they're really remembering all of the witnesses, what's been said. Sergeant Barrows, I believe is his name, testified today. That didn't go as well, but it was very good foundationally. Dr. Marie Russell stood her ground. Now we have a little ways to go. But I do feel that the jury has changed their positions. And look at this, 34 Fairview. So it was I believe they changed their position when Dr. Marie Russell started testifying. And she stood her ground on that dog bite theory. Hank tried to make a fool of her, and I don't know if you saw it or not, but he is disgusting by asking her if her memory is okay. She literally gasped, and I felt very sorry for her. The other big faux pas that she did yesterday, or no, I'm sorry, not she, that he did yesterday, was he had Proctor's friend, who was in the text chain, read the text. The friend did not want to say the C words and so all these other things. He was not comfortable, so Hank didn't say them either. But Hank read a text from Proctor that explained that the niece and nephew's father overdosed on the grave of their mother. Now, they probably did not know that. Talk about low, and that should have never come in. We're not going to lose our place here. But the fact that this has 34 on it means the house. Dr. Marie Russell was talking about the house today, the lawn of 34 Fairview, the dog bite theory. Okay. So we're getting there. We're getting there. So wisdom is needed to build the foundation. And this is a progress card, a foundational card. So wisdom is needed to build that from the jury's perspective. They are seeing, the jury is seeing the loss because they see this is a card of someone trying to get away with something, thinking that they have the upper hand and thinking that they are going to race to the finish line without being caught. This particular card, once again, not a good card. The Ten of Spades, probably one of the worst cards in the deck. It means no, it's depression, and it can mean imprisonment. Keep watching. Stay tuned, because we are told justice is coming. Now, will that be the DOJ? Not yet. Not yet. I'm sure they're watching. If you're watching here, hello. I'm sure they're watching. The defense has a plan. And as tough as it's been the last 2 days, they knew it was going to be a tough. I'm going to tell you what, when Robert Alessi got up today behind the podium and he fought for the dismissal of this case with prejudice, wow. Just wow. We're seeing a change in his demeanor. He's starting to get a little tougher in fighting back because he sees that they're up against. Regardless of what's happened, we have a childlike new beginning coming to us, because this is a timing card. It is an air element. It is leading us forward. It is telling us that there's more to come. This is a card of winning. This is a champion card. I've always said Karen is a champion. This is a wreath of laurel, which is victory. She will have the backing of the community. There will be open doors, opportunity, growth for her, fiery. She's fiery anyway, bless her heart. But lots of things coming. Now, these three things together, now we've built the foundation over here with this fellow, but these three things together right here tell me that there is a birth of a new beginning, but this childlike, and she represents the announcement of a child. I believe that, in my opinion, I believe that was Kelly Devers. A plan, another timing card. This plan, and this is a summer card. No, I'm sorry, that isn't. It's a fall card. So there's been a plan since last fall moving up to this. Now, this Ace of Cups, there is divine element over this. Doesn't matter what Hank says. When the Creator steps in, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what he says or does. It does not matter. And I want you to all remember this. The cup will be overflowing with information coming out and what we are seeing. Now, here's what I want to do. I want to clarify the Three of Pentacles. I want to clarify, qualify. We would need some information on this. Give us more clarity, more clarity. Okay. Justice is blind. But what happens when you're blindfolded? Well, your other senses heighten, and that is happening. Now, this is very interesting here because their intuition is kicking in. You see that little white dot above the blindfold there? Now, the swords are communication. They cut both ways. It can tear down or it can actually build up and defend. They're ready for the battle. They've just started. Here we go. with this happiness, 10 of Cups, and around a home, learning your lesson, an emotional celebration that is coming. We can put that here. So I'm going to tell you, my darlings, give me a second. I got to bring another deck to the party. Okay, make that 2. Here we are with another deck, and we need to get another perspective here. So tell us any information that you can give us about the jury, how they're feeling. Are they getting more positive? Can you give us any information about the prosecution? How that side is feeling? Any information? Any information? Okay. So the prosecution is feeling that they have a very tough fight on their hand. In fact, I think all of this is a preview of coming attraction, and that is when Arca takes the stand. It would not surprise me if they saved Arca until the very end. Why? Because Arca's information will be detailed, precise, and factually correct, and forensically correct. That will help the jury retain the information going into the jury deliberations. This is going to be, this will be really, really good. Because Hank seems competent on the outside, but on the inside, he's starting to turn into... So he feels he has to come out like a bully. He has to come out and be this way. The Knight of Cups. Clarify the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is bringing peace and clarity, emotional, good, positive emotions. Not going into battle, but negotiating a peace treaty. Now, Karen's not going to negotiate anything. She didn't do anything. She's not going to go anywhere. Let's see. Did we get a confirmation here? Yes, we did, my darlings. That's why I like to bring more cards to the table. All right. This is the Three of Wands, an exploration, getting ready to start out on a new journey. You see this? Look very closely at this card. Look, he's in his bare feet. And look, there are ships. Now that's supposed to be water. I don't know where he is. Water is blue in my town, but there are mountains beyond. So this means he has a journey. He is choosing where he's going to go and what he wants to do. That's amazing. That's amazing. And coming in close with this Knight of Cups is following your heart. Absolutely following your heart. The wands are all of our spirit, how we think. The Three of Wands is all about having foresight. With this exploration, I love it. Let's see what the Cartomancy has to say. So we got a confirmation over here with these two gals. So that's confirming to us to stay strong, confirmation, new beginning, and here we are. 8 of Diamonds. Oops, let me get you into the frame here. 4 of Diamonds. This is a message for you, my darlings, okay? The 4 of Diamonds is a card of doubt. We don't have room to doubt. There's no room. Seriously. Let the Commonwealth doubt, let the prosecution doubt, let the judge doubt. But you and I don't have any room for doubt. In fact, not only that, this is a card of, oh, you don't think so? Well, just wait and see. Just wait and see what's about to happen. Just wait and see. We're going to put him over here. I actually like this card. You know, this card can mean, especially in this particular situation, not only wait and see, but don't act in anger. Wait for a decision. Don't prematurely react. That's not only for us, but I think that comes out for the Commonwealth as too, because listen, fear can come out very strong. He comes out as though he is very confident of his case, and he is not. It will be Arca that blows him out of the water, because he has a very high uncertainty. He will not make a rapid recovery. However, the defense will make a rapid recovery from this past 2 days, and they're learning from it. So, since they have a half day tomorrow, they are going to be working on what they need to do in the morning. They're going to recess at 1, and we will be back at it again Thursday, and who knows. But let me see if I can get you anything more. This is so funny that it's right here, because this is a brand new beginning. This 10 of Hearts is all about doing the best we can, having a new beginning, starting a fresh start. All right. Parsing through everything because, well, we want to know about everything. See, there's a particular jealousy and misunderstanding for the CW. We're going to put this over here because it's a matter of trust. And I'm going to tell you this. The jury, well, the trust has flown out the window. In fact, let me say this. I think the trust has gone down the toilet for the Commonwealth. Just remember this. This is a younger jury. Social media shows us things of dirty cops, dirty people, dirty government constantly. When you really think about it, they have not brought anything, no concrete evidence at all. It's all speculation. It's every bit of it is speculation. And the jury members are looking especially at Buchanan, whatever his name is, and they're looking at this Proctor situation. Now they've got Kelly Devers, looking, I'm going to tell you this. She has a lot of problems, that young lady. She thinks that she was a smart little girl being so petty and talking back like that. But I think that pretty much ended her court testifying career. No one will ever trust her in a testifying position again. You get what you give. Amazing, because that's telling us that there is a young person on the jury who is a male that almost is leading in the emotion department of not having this, of not believing this, of not wanting to believe this. I do believe they're wanting to hear more. And now they're starting to wonder, do we need to, is there money involved? Is there money? Because most situations, there are payoffs and that sort of thing. That's not what this is. It's all about power. Let's get a final message. Let's get a final message here. We're going to get a final message. Final message for my friends to hang in there for day 27 and a half. Let's see. Another 10. We have 10s here. 10. There was another 10 that came up. I believe it was the 10 of cups. I don't know where it is, but it's right here. So when you have that many 10s, it's the universe is giving you, it's not a do-over, but they're giving you the ability to recover and finish. And remember, the 10s are like a binary system, right? But 10 plus 0, or 1 plus 0 is 1. It's not 0. So it brings you right back to the beginning, right back to the start, right back to number 1. It's absolute, in my opinion, corruption. It's not only the SOS, swap out suspects, but the lessons learned is how to be corrupt, how to be biased, in my opinion. That is a card of, I don't think the jury wants to be here. They're going to do the right thing, but I don't believe they want to be here. Making a choice and feeling under duress. The King of Swords. A very good guy. He's got integrity, he's got honesty, and he's built with morals. It certainly is not the prosecution. It's certainly not the Commonwealth. Let's see what's on the bottom of the... Oh. So there we go. So we know that there is a new beginning coming for the defense. They know how this is going to flow. Now we're going forward. I do believe Alan Jackson. I don't know who's going to give the closing arguments. I don't know if it's going to be Alan Jackson because he gave opening, most likely David Yannetti. But they've all done a wonderful job. This is telling us the jury doesn't want to be there. I want to show you something. Remember in that 2 of, where did she go? Well, we put her back in there. But remember when, and look at the Tower. And that Temperance card is John O'Keefe's significator card. So he knows it's falling. And remember when that one card came out, where is it? We talked about the 3 building the foundation, and it's like the Tower card. If you don't build it, it's going to fall. That's not a coincidence that card comes out. It's not a coincidence that this card comes out either. The person that was sitting on the beach, the 2 swords crossed in front of them, was blindfolded. Look at the blindfold on this fellow. Now, even though it's a different element, we went from swords to fire to wands. Swords are air. This This guy has removed his blindfold to a certain degree because he can't go forward anymore being blind. Being blind to justice, can't go forward any longer. Even though the jury is very guarded, they are very resilient. Pardon me, that was a cat. Let me say that again. Even though the jury is very guarded, they are very resilient. They're bouncing back. They see, they're cautious, but they're removing the blindfolds. And that's the most important part of this. We're getting a new beginning in this, my friends. We're going to put him over here. We're getting a new beginning. They're being watched. The new dates, the last reading that I gave, the dates to watch for were the 13th and 14th. I believe it was that of June. The next dates would be the 18th and 23rd of June that will be significant for Karen and the defense. So let's wish her well. And I wish you well. Put your head back on. Don't let it pop and go anywhere. We're in this to win it. Can't do it with your head rolling down the avenue. Put it back on. Let's go. Thanks so much, my darlings. I'm going to see you very, very soon. If you watch this video to the end, please do me a favor. Like, subscribe, and I'm going to see you in the next live. Keep watching. And yeah, this is getting very interesting. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you very soon. Justice for John and free Karen Reed. Bye for now.